The same 24 hours that you get when you are a 5-year-old is the same 24 hours that you get when you are a teenager. It's the same 24 hours you get in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, and so on. So the hours that you get does not increase with the responsibilities that you get. Hey fam, how are you doing today? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Tobi Achudume, and today we are going to be talking about 7 important habits of highly productive people. Let's get into today's video. If this is your first time here, you are super welcome. I am so excited to have you. Please do not forget to hit the subscribe button so you become a part of this family and we can continue to grow together to be the best versions of ourselves. So one of the things that I have realized with adulting or growing older is that you're always going to have something to do. You're always going to have a lot of responsibilities, and 24 hours is still all you get. The same 24 hours that you get when you are a 5-year-old is the same 24 hours that you get when you are a teenager. It's the same 24 hours you get in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s, and so on. So the hours that you get does not increase with the responsibilities that you get. Your responsibilities are always going to increase. There's always going to be something that you need to do. There are always going to be tasks that come up, work, personal activities or tasks and all of that. But your time does not increase. So your calendar doesn't look and say, oh, we have 100 things that we need to do. Let's become 26 hours today. Nope, it's still going to be 24 hours. But with this, we still see a lot of people, well, maybe not a lot of people, but we do see people that are able to achieve all of the things that they want to achieve and to live successful, productive lives while still having these 24 hours. So we have seen so many people who have gone through different things that they need to do without feeling stressed or feeling anxious. They just are able to do things that they see they want to do in the same 24 hours that you get and you're feeling overwhelmed with. And this will make you wonder, how are they able to do this? How have they been able to keep to tabs? Keep to tabs, is it what he said? With all of the responsibilities and activities that they have to do. Well, I have realized that there are certain things that these people do. And so we are going to be looking at 7 of these highly important habits that these successful and productive people have been able to build, work with, that makes 24 hours enough for them to build a successful life and a productive life. Obviously, by now you can tell that I am obsessed with successful and productive people. So yep, let's get into today's video. Number 1 is that they are able to prioritize their tasks. So I started this video by saying that there are a lot of things that you're going to have to do. Like we have so many tasks and responsibilities that we want to achieve or execute by the end of the day, by the end of the week, by the end of the month, and so on and so forth. And there are sometimes days that it feels like the tasks are more than the hours that you have. So you feel like you have too many tasks in a day and it's going to take more than one day to achieve the things that you are supposed to be able to do in one day. Guess what? Productive and successful people also have this problem. They just handle it differently. So productive people do not just randomly handle or deal with tasks. They don't just wake up in the morning and just go like, okay, yeah, these are the things that I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start from here or here. No, they actually sit down to prioritize their tasks. So they're thinking, which is the most important thing I need to do today? Which is the most urgent thing I need to do today? So they would focus on the most important tasks because obviously there are going to be tasks that are more important than the other when you're looking at your overall things that you need to do today. So task B may not be as important as task A, but that may be what you think of first. So they sit down while they have the list of all the things that they need to do. They then prioritize these tasks to make sure that they are handling them in order of priority and importance. When you prioritize your task, it reduces drastically how much time you spend worrying on the things that you need to do or the things that you should be stressing about. One of my favorite productivity books is called Eat the Frog. I can't remember who wrote it now. And one of the principles that he shared is that you should handle the most important task at the start of the day, because when you do that, then you know that you have succeeded in something. It kind of propels you to do other things, but it also makes sure that you do not do other tiny things instead of the most important thing, and then it feels like your day was wasted. So productive and successful people, what they do is they prioritize their tasks to make sure that the important thing that needs to be done on a Monday is done on a Monday. Number 2 is that they keep a distraction list. Yes, they are successful people. Of course, they get distracted too. Okay, so everybody is distracted by something. There are things that you would see that would distract you from even the most important tasks that you're working on. What you do, or what successful and productive people do, is that they have a paper or a notepad or a note app on their phone where they are able to take down these things, because distractions are not always minor, and they are not always things that are irrelevant. They are just pop-ups, like how things pop up on your screen. They just pop up of things that you probably would need to do later on, but you're just being reminded of it right now. And so because of that, they have a distractions list where they note down things that pops up in their head while they are in the middle of completing important task or urgent task. So say you're thinking of completing a project, you're working on this project, and you suddenly remember that you need to buy milk from the grocery store. You're not going to stand up and go and buy milk from the grocery store, but because you don't want to forget, it kind of continues to swim in your head. Yeah. And so rather than letting it just stay in your head and be a continuous distraction, you should just write it down, get milk from the grocery store when I'm on my way home. And that just takes it off your head and makes sure that you don't forget to do this. So having a distractions list helps you to be more productive and keeps you focused on the task that you're trying to complete. Number 3 is that successful and productive people wake up early. Yes, I have a video where I talk about this. I think it's on Instagram, where I shared some things that you could do in the morning when you wake up early. One of the arguments that people have with waking up early is that what would they do with the time that they're woken up? Productive and successful people know exactly what to do with the early hours of the day. They appreciate these early hours of the day. They appreciate the silence that they get with the time in the morning, because they know that it is good time to actually work on what you need to do. So this is the perfect time that they use to set their priorities for today, to make the list, their to-do list for the day, and to prioritize in order of importance and priority. So when you wake up in the morning early, when the world is still asleep, there are so many things that you can do at that time. You can meditate, you can study, you can plan for the day, you can get ready to make sure that you're not late for the day. You can even complete a personal project before you have to go to work. And my personal favorite reason for waking up early is that it helps you to go through your morning routine, which sets you up for a successful and a productive day. Because there are systems to having a great day. At the end of the day, you want to be able to say, yes, I had a wonderful day. My day was successful. My day was productive. And there are things that you do that leads to this. It doesn't just happen from 7 p.m. and you realize like, oh yeah, I had a successful day. It starts from when you wake up and the things that you do in the morning. So your morning routine obviously is a huge step to having a productive day. And waking up early helps you to complete your morning routine without rushing. Number 4 is that successful and productive people take breaks. So they do not just run through 24 hours of the day, but they actually take breaks. And I've always thought of this as a reverse psychology kind of thing. And I probably still think of it in this way, because you're thinking taking too much breaks means that I'm a lazy person and I'm spending too much time just trying to rest from doing work. But when you look at it in the way of taking breaks helps your brain to cool down, reduces burnout, reduces brain fog, then you know that taking breaks is as important as doing the work that you need to do. Now, talking about breaks doesn't mean you do a work of 1 hour and then you take a break of 2 hours, because very quickly your breaks could be a way for you to feed your distractions and get distracted from doing the work that you need to do. So your breaks need to be scheduled, they need to be programmed, because it also helps you to build a routine around your day. So when you know that I'm going to be working from 9 to 12 and then I'm going to take a break from 12 to half 12 or from 12 to 1, your breaks are not just random, they don't just happen, but they are planned and scheduled. When you have such breaks, then you're able to be more productive and more successful, because nobody can work straight 12 hours without taking a break. It gets to a point where all you're doing is staring at the screen. To avoid wasting time staring at the screen, then take breaks that helps you to relax and to decompress and to process the things that you have worked on in the last hours. There's a productivity technique that I'm going to talk about in my next video, and what it does or encourages, or the principle that it stands on, is that you work for a short period of time and you take a break. You work for a short period of time and then you take a break. I cannot remember exactly how much time it is, 25 minutes to 5 minutes or 1 hour to 25 minutes, one of them. But yeah, taking breaks helps you to be more productive and more successful than you think. Number 5 is that successful and productive people, they automate certain decisions. So because of the fact that you're using only 24 hours to do so many things, they realize that some of these things that I need to decide on, I do it on a regular basis. And so I can actually automate it to make sure that I am not thinking of this every single time. So Barack Obama, when he was president, had an interview with Vanity Fair, and in that interview, he was asked, obviously, how is he able to do all the things that he does and all of that. And he says, "You see, I wear only gray," and I'm quoting exactly what he says. "You see, I wear only gray or blue shirts. I'm trying to pare down decisions. I don't want to make decisions about what I'm eating or wearing because I have too many other decisions to make." You'll be amazed at how much time you spend deciding on things that you do every day. So you wake up one day and you're like, do I work out today or do I just go to breakfast? Do I pick out a t-shirt for jeans or do I wear a dress? But if you automate these decisions, then you're saving so much time. And that's one of the reasons why I absolutely love meal prepping, because it helps me to automate the decision of what am I eating today. If I meal prep, I know that I don't have to think of that. If I have a food schedule, meal plan that I'm going to be working with, and I know that I'm not going to be thinking, what am I eating when I get back from work today? What am I eating for breakfast this morning? Because it's just automated. It's just there. I just go to the fridge, pick up a bowl and pop it in the microwave. Same with having your routines. So your morning routines, your evening routines, your daily routines. When you have routines, weekend routines, holiday routines, the different routines that we have. When you have these routines, you're automating decisions. So for me, my morning routine is as stuck in my head as the different days. So I have a routine for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and I have a routine for Tuesday and Thursday. So you just know these are the things that I'm going to do this morning. So I know that on the days that I'm going to be working out, I'm going to have picked out my outfit for workout the night before. I wake up in the morning, I brush my teeth, I dress my bed, I have my morning devotion, and then I put on my workout gear and I go out for my workout. I come back, I have my bath, I pack up my lunch, I get to work. It's as simple as that. So I don't wake up on Tuesday thinking, do I want to work out today or not? No, because it's already fixed. It's automated decision. So these decisions that you know you do all the time, you just automate it to reduce the decision making that you're going to be doing in the day, honestly. Because there are so many things that you're going to have to decide on that you don't want to be deciding on what am I having for lunch or what am I wearing to work this morning. And so having these structured routines reduces how much decisions you're making and how much time you're spending thinking of what you need to do. It also helps you to have structured days, successful days, and productive days. So it's time for another live workshop, and this time we're going to be talking about daily routine, how to set your daily routine, how to make sure that you create a daily routine that helps you to be successful every day. I'm going to have all of the information on the screen and also in the description bar. If you would like to sign up for this live workshop, you can use the link in the description bar also showing on the screen and be a part of this. We're going to be talking about everything daily routine, how to set it, why you need to have it, how it helps you to be a successful and a productive person. And I look forward to having you there. So automate your decisions. Successful and productive people do this. You should as well. Number 6 is that they learn from their mistakes and they learn from their successes as well. So it's very easy to say learn from your mistakes because you made a mistake. You need to see how to not repeat that mistake. But we also learn from our successes because you want to be able to replicate. A successful person is not a successful person because they had one success. They are successful because they were able to build up on successes. So they have recorded multiple successes that we now see them as a successful person. So if you're going to be a successful person, you should be able to replicate your successes that you have. So that means that when you become successful at something or when you record a success, you should be able to replicate it in another way. When you have another project, you should be able to record another success in it. And the only way you can do this is that you have studied, you have gone back to see, okay, what did I do that helped me to be successful at this? How was I able to pull this through? And you're able to do it again. You should be able to replicate it. So successful and productive people, they learn from their mistakes and they learn from their successes because you want to avoid making the mistake again, but you want to replicate your success. And going through these replicating successes and avoiding mistakes, they do it with a positive mindset. So a successful person, when he encounters a mistake or goes through error or a challenge, doesn't then say, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done this, or oh, this is not for me. No, they maintain a positive mindset all through. They decide that if I'm going to be doing this, then I'm going to succeed at it. No matter the challenge or obstacle that they encounter, they are going to be successful at it. So you need to keep a positive mindset that would help you to be a productive and a successful person. Number 7 is that productive people do not wait to be motivated before they do things. Motivation comes from the work that you do. If you're sitting around waiting to feel motivated to do something that you need to do before you do it, you are probably going to be waiting for a long time. So productive and successful people do not wait for motivation. They work and then get motivation from the work that they do. I have a video where I talk about your motivation and your discipline working together to help you to be a productive person. I'm going to have it linked in the video up here so you can check it out. But the truth is that you will not always be motivated to do the things that you need to do, the things that you know you need to do, because that's just life. You don't always feel the burst of energy that you expect to feel. You are going to have to start doing the work before you get motivated to do it. One of the reasons why we don't feel motivation to do something is that we're looking at it as a whole picture. So another thing that you should note is that you need to be able to break down what you want to work on, so you don't feel motivated to start the business that you want to start, because you're looking at it as a whole picture. You're looking at it as this business, I need to start it and it needs to be like this right now. What you can do is start working on the bits and pieces that is going to make that business the business that you're looking forward to. I always say to break down your goals into the tiniest bits, because when you're working on a small bit, you don't need to feel an extra motivation or a huge burst of energy to do it. You can start doing anything right now with as little as a mustard seed motivation, or even no motivation at all. You just wake up and you're like, yeah, I need to do this. It's a tiny bit. You do it, and doing it and succeeding at it helps you, or now gives you the motivation that you're looking for to do the bigger thing that you need to do. So don't wait for motivation to come and meet you. You start doing the work. When you start doing the work, what you do motivates you to do more and to keep doing more. In short, taking action leads to motivation. So these are 7 habits of highly productive people. I hope that you learned something from it. Please let me know in the comment section anything that you learned from this video, how it is going to help you to continue to be a productive and a successful person. I love to see your comments. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up. And also do not forget to register for the live workshop. It's free. You can register with the link in the description bar, and you're going to get all the information that you need to get concerning the live workshop. I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Till next time, bye.